Hello, welcome to PPR's PC 100% race round China. We're just getting started here. Plenty of drivers on the grid. Setting laps now. We'll pull up that tire data to see what they're doing. Got Stoney on the soft, sitting at 131.6, getting that pole. A lot of drivers opting for the hards though, as this may be a harder compound one-stop race. We will find out, as I do not have the knowledge, as I've never done a 100% race around China. But we do have plenty of guys on softs, plenty of guys on hard. So Racer 33, P2 right now on those softs with a 133.3. He can definitely go faster. W. Gore on the hards, P1 on the hard so far with a 133.6. So looking pretty good. We'll have the McLaren, Dr. McShorty will hop on board here with him as he's coming on his flyer on the hard compound tires. Corsac goes P2 with a 133.3. This man is from AOR Americas, I believe, and he is a quick boy, so we'll keep an eye on him as he's probably going to be gunning for pole if he can. Here comes Dr. McShorty, though, on the hard compound tires. Going a little wide on the final turn there, may have invalidated. Keeps it clean, though. Comes across the line, what does he do? P6 with a 134.8. Plenty of other drivers. Some idiot comes across the line now with a 132.9 on the hard, so he's also another one gunning for pole. Goes way off the track there to let drivers by. Plenty of drivers on flyers right now. As we see Fluffy Dave on the softs. Brownie is chilling in the pits, as well as Destiel, who seems to be just cruising the hards. So many cars on track right now. We have the Alfa Romeo of Red Hornet diving in the pits as well. With the Toro Rosso of Hammer Time coming up to the line to set his first time of the day. Going up to P8 with a 134.7. Solid lap there by him. See who else is on a flyer. I believe Leave Me Alone, who is a newcomer to PPR, looking to stamp his name. Get a solid qualifying position here on those soft compound tires. Of course, why did I say that? He bends it. Commentator's curse, perhaps? Who knows? There's a McLaren of Dr. McShorty cruising to the pits, but looks like some idiot chilling behind him as they're both going in on their in lap now. Perhaps the PPR Squirmy, he's in hot lap mode, going for a quicker lap now, cruising down the back straight. And he'll go up into P8 with a time of 133.9. It's a pretty solid job there from Squirmy. We got more cars coming though. Fluffy Dave doing a 134.3 with the other Williams of Destiel coming up to the line. Just cruising around, getting some practice in on those hards. He did just wake up. He is a Singaporean, so he's already on Monday right now. Way ahead of the rest of us. Just getting some more laps in. He'll be starting as far back as he can, and then we'll see him make his way up through the field. Should be very exciting. As we have Alfa Romeo, excuse me, of Corsac, most likely diving in the pits. No, he's staying out, trying to set a faster lap on those hard tires. We'll see what he can do up to the line. He goes P2 now with a 132.8, so him and some idiot will be battling it out here. Two of our quickest drivers, as well as Destiel, he's able to set a lap. Looks like these drivers are trying to go fast on a hard compound. Maybe they'll come back out on the mediums for one last stretch. Go back on board with some idiot now, as he's set another flyer. We'll see what he can do, so he can take back that P2 spot. Quickest guys in North America battling against each other right now. Comes up to the line, and he does a 32.5, so he takes it back into P2. What a battle this is going to be, as these guys are going back and forth, and they could even be sandbagging right now. Who knows? But it's sure to be a spicy one, and it's a 100% race, so it's going to be a long, and spicy. Just how I like my... Yeah, we're going to change the subject now. See if anyone's coming up to the line. Plenty of cars in the Toro Rossos. See hammer time. Not coming up to the line. Kepler starting his flyer, though. Got the Renault. Kubele cruising in on the soft, setting his first time lap. See what he can do. Crosses the line. Goes P2 with a 131.7, so definitely a contender to qualify up high if he's going on those softs. And we'll see what the Renault of Brownie could do. He's also a contender. As he's on his outlap. We'll go on board with him because he's quick on the soft compound tire. We'll see what he can do. Looking pretty clean so far on those softs. At this rate, Brownie will be gunning for pole. He has the pace, if not quicker than some idiot and Corsac. He's our European reserve that we like to hop in every now and then. Comes out of the final corner. He's going to get a little bit of a draft here from, seems to be his teammate. Solid team orders, Kubele. Giving him a nice little suck there. Good to see. Teammates helping each other out. Harbor on the brakes just before the 100-meter board. Into the hairpin. Fighting round through first gear. Back on the throttle. Plenty of ERS charging towards the final corner. Cuts that inside curve nice and clean. Comes up to the line. If he doesn't have pole, he does. 130.9 by almost a full second. Solid out there by him. Solid team orders to get that done. We'll see the Ferrari of W. Gores on his outlap, cruising down. There you go, Brownie setting a fire pole time provisionally of a 130.9. We got race 33, it seems. Sorry, some idiot going for another lap now on the hard compound tires, trying to make his way back up even higher. Destiel, meanwhile, is P6 now on the hard tires. He's jumped up a category, so he's destined to qualify now. Somebody that comes up to the line does not improve his time, so he'll stay the same. But we do have the Mercedes of Eduardo Andretti coming up to the line. We'll see what he can do. No, he'll go to the pits. What about Young Bagger, though? Seems like he's warming up his tires. We have Dr. McShorty cruising up to the line. Starting his flying lap now. Destio has retired from the session now. That seems to be in the pits, so he's done there. See if anyone else will be going out for a hot lap. Looks like we got W. Gore on the softs. You know he's a contender for the top 10. See if he can break back in now. Looks like he's on his outlap considering he has full ERS, unless that's a bug. And he will go into the pits. But the Haas of PPR Squirmy starting his flying lap. Jesse's left the session, not sure what that's about. Maybe we can get an invite back. With a quick, no, he's back. We're good. Close call there. So far, though, we have Brownie on top on the softs by almost a full second. Stoney in P2, Kubele in P3. Skirmy trying to crack into that top 10 now. Switching to the medium tires, so we'll see what he can do. Korsak, though, on a flyer, so we might want to hop onto him and see what he can do. So he's coming up to the line. On the medium tires, see if he can go for pole. He goes P5, so some idiot with a 132.1 and Korsak with a 132.3 and Korsak with a 132.1. So these guys will be mighty close now. You have Rogue coming up to the line. Persian King has joined, so he will get that P20 spot. Rogue goes 136.7, so he is sandbagging and or back to out of that lap. So we'll see. We got 2 minutes left in qualifying, so drivers will be sure to come out now. Plenty of cars starting their out lap now. As you can see, it's going to be a hectic end of the qualifying. See what tires everyone opts for. Because it's a varying mix of strategy here. The top 4 on softs and the following 4 on mediums, plus Destiel on the hards. So strategy is all to play here in a 100% race. Especially with possible safety cars as well. We'll see what happens. See if Bro can set a quicker time here. Pushing as hard as he can. Definitely a contender for the top 10, if not top 5. Comes to the line and he'll set a 132.6, so P8 for Rogue. Here comes Fluffy Dave, followed by, goes P10, followed by Kubele, who does not improve his time. We'll have the McLaren, though, of Young Dagger. Dr. McShorty crosses the line. He's starting his flying lap. We got the Red Bull of Leave Me Alone on his out lap. See if anyone else is coming up to the line at the moment. Looks like we got Brownie trying to set an even quicker time on those soft and extend his lead on pole. Little shaky out of the final turn there. Comes across the line and we'll have to back out. That'll be it for him. His qualifying done. We have the Ferrari, it seems, of Rogue. Sorry. W. Gore. Plenty of guys down in the pits now. That's about it. We'll see if Cream can set a quicker lap now. Come this line a little bit oversteer there. See if he can improve on his time. He does not. He'll stay P7 for now. We do have Kubele coming up to the line as well. Seeing what he can do. See if he can improve his time and nag any kind of spot. He goes P2. Stoney coming around though. See what he can do coming up to the line. See if we can nag that P2 spot back from Kubele. Coming in now. What can he do? He does. He goes faster now with a P2. 131.4. Gets him by 0.2. But now we have some idiot, one of the quickest in the lobby, coming up to the line. What can he do? On the mediums, he goes P4 with a 131.6. So there's your top 4 so far. Looks like Brownie has finished his lap. We still have W. Gore, who has backed out of his lap as well. Looks like everyone is mainly done. Kepler has backed out of his lap. And that'll be it, folks. So Brownie will be on pole followed by Stoney and Kublai. Some idiot P1 out of the medium runners, Racer 33 in P5 on the softs, Corsac in P6, Creamy Johns P7, and Rogue in P8. Many varying strategies here. Destiel on the hard compound tires. So he will stay P9 and have to use those 5-lap-old hard compound tires. But that should be it, folks. No one else on a flyer. W. Gore just tucking into the pits now. Plenty of racing to come. At least an hour's worth. 100% races are wild. Plenty of cars still on the track. There you have it, folks. SHG Brownie on pole. Stoney in P2. Kublai in P3. So it's a Renault 1-3. You love to see it. Bananas galore. I'm sure as hell excited to see how this race pans out. Plenty of different tire compounds. I'm going to have trouble even following the pit stop strategy. Don't know if there's even some rain, so we'll see. According to the driver's choice of tires, doesn't look like there will be. Now we're joined by PPR Nick.
Yes, how is it going?
Yeah, we just finished our qualifying, and it was pretty exciting. Plenty of varying tire strategies. Any tips after seeing the Xbox side last time?
The tips, I can speak personally, is not to spin out 3 times and pit 3 times like I did within 13 laps, which I believe is now a record at China. Is 3 pit stops within 13 laps of a full 50, I believe 56 laps is this race tonight.
That is a lot of laps.
That is a lot of laps for you to be commentating all by yourself. But I can hit you with a fun fact.
I'm going to go ahead and take a break here and let Nick take over the comms for our formation lap. I'll be right back.
Oh, no problem, Cap. So as Cap goes and takes his venture off into Narnia, I'll just see you guys up with some quick facts of the Chinese Grand Prix. Michael Schumacher, my all-time favorite F1 driver, better than Lewis Hamilton, that's no doubt, recorded his last race victory at Shanghai. That was in 2006. So quite some years ago, 14 years ago to be exact. And also about Shanghai, they just hosted the 1000th F1 Grand Prix this past season in 2019. And if you want to talk about the most successful driver here at China, that would be the one and only Lewis Hamilton, who I am not a fanboy of at all, but he has had 6 victories here at China in 08, 2011, 2014, 15, 17, and 19. So he is quite the man of the Chinese Grand Prix. But for our drivers today, none of them are going to be a Lewis Hamilton, but they are definitely going to have some success. Hopefully none of them can experience the pain that I felt last night during our Xbox 100% exhibition race. It was quite the dreaded night for our Banana Boat squad. However, I believe PPR OOT and our other Banana Boat finished in P4 right outside the podium positions, where we saw Ginger Horizon and the Ferrari win. So it is all up for grabs here tonight. 100% race is quite the distance to go, but I am very excited to see what all of our drivers can do. And that is our grid walk of the night, per se, here from me. I am PPR Nick. Hopefully, we will be joined back from Capita Hood very shortly.
Here we are, folks. Yes, and I believe we have our formation lap starting. Seems like it took a little while to load. Some players had left, but I think we're still on for the race. We might see here in a sec as I check out. Oh, we have players leaving the session. People drifting down the order. Just having some fun, doing some donuts.
That's what you love to see here at
Love
PPR.
to see it. Yeah, Cody's just helping us out, having us have a good time. Nice view of the pit lane there. People drifting around corners, getting sideways. This is a Fast and Furious PPR Tokyo Drift Edition. We're migrating the host, and we will take a short break. to reset this lobby and get you guys some race. So we'll be right back after these quick messages. Thanks for being patient, guys.
I know you feel the way I do.
We're back here, waiting for everyone to ready up. Just getting in the lobby here. Everyone choosing their tire compound correctly, I hope. Now choosing their strategies. Thank you all for waiting so much. Being patient with Cody's, we're all used to it. Having a good time here. Playing some F1. Got some quick boys in this lobby. If you missed our qualifying, it's pretty exciting. Got plenty of fast drivers on different strategies. We had a lovely take from PPR Nick on the history of this track and how great it is. Players just readying up now. Hopefully we can take the formation lap this time and not have any issues. Of course, we have the Renault on pole of Brownie with Stoney on P2, closing off that front row, and the Renault in P3 of Kublai on the second row. Of course, some idiot in P4. He's on the different tires. If we can see now, we loaded the tire compound. Some idiot on mediums. Race 33 on softs, as well as Corsac, who is on softs as well. As Brownie takes us around for the 0th lap of 56 here in Shanghai. Sure to be a saucy race. Looks pretty sunny out. Not sure if there'll be any rain. I sure hope so, though. That'll spice things up for sure. Lovely shot of the Renault leading the pack. You love to see it. Renault being the most dominant livery in all of F1. Don't at me. It's probably my favorite shot in the entire F1 game. The camera coming down the entire straight with the entire grid warming up their tires. You may not like China as a track, but I sure do love this shot. They come into the second to last corner before this 100% race takes away and we endure 56 laps of pure adrenaline. And we do have info from Young Dagger saying, for F's sake, I forgot to load a setup. And Sony going, same, Lamau. So should be an interesting race because we have some stock setups here. And we'll see if they can keep up their quick pace regardless of the setup. As all of our drivers approach the grid, lining up, we got 19 on the grid. Persian King and Retta, of course, joining us after qualifying, after missing it. Here we go, folks. We have the drivers lined up. The lights waiting to turn on. Taking a long time here. Scarily long. I think Cody's forgot to turn the light switch on and pay the electricity bill, as we are just chilling here, waiting for lights to go on. I wish I could go out there myself and wave a green flag, but I don't think that's possible. It's quite concerning. Go down and DM the technician on the track to see what is going on. Hopefully it's not just on my end. Seems PPR Skirmy is in P1. So he may have somehow gone ahead without even moving. So Skirmy has hacked the system and automatically won this race all the way down from P18 without even moving. we've got a lovely shot here as we try and figure out what we can do here. As the lights are now going, as Squirmy has left the session, it's lights out and away we go. PPR Squirmy still on pole somehow. Get a good start there. Maybe some wing damage. I see the Renault gets away. Nice and clean though. Everyone coming in clean as Squirmy's back in the session now. 3 wide going into turn as we have race at 33 going super wide there. Some idiot already up into P3 on those medium compound tires. Stoney, of course, on the default setup. So the Renault has dropped back to P4 and the Red Bull back to P3. It's pretty clean so far as we have the Alfa Romeo of Corsac trying to make some kind of move on W. Gore. The Mercedes of Dagger going super deep there. As they come away clean, a little tap there of the Toro Rosso, kind of like in real life with Daniel Kvyat and Lando Norris. Mercedes side by side there. We'll go back up to the top now as Squirmy is a full lap ahead of everyone somehow. Disregard that as Corsac gets a 5-second penalty of ignoring blue flags. It seems Squirmy is in the heat of the pack somehow. Yet a lap ahead. That is awful on Cody's part. It's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Leave me alone. Seems to be clean. We do have some idiot right on the back. A major train here. Look at that. Everyone following suit, trying to get that slipstream. Here comes the Renault of Kublai and Stoney side by side. Kublai gets the move done. Oh, forces Stoney slightly off track. Stoney gets a 5-second penalty for this and will go wide and lose plenty of positions. That is unfortunate for that driver. Rogue trying to come in on the inside of Kublai. Gets down the inside. They're side by side. A little bit of contact there, which allows W. Gore to get past Kublai. And it's a Ferrari 4-5 at the moment. Brownie setting the fastest lap of the race, currently leading. This DRS is now enabled on lap 3. This is very odd that was our first lap and now we're on lap 3. Something is up here. Not exactly sure. Been an exciting start as Kublai is trying to make something happen now, trying to come back on the back of these Ferraris. We're going to go down to our race director and see if we're going to continue on this race because it is hectic at the moment. For now, we'll continue watching this action as it's getting quite intense here as the Williams now of PRS Destiel trying to go up the inside of the Renault. Nothing happening there. Can't see too much of the intervals. Here comes Destiel now, though, trying to make something happen. Kublai getting a good run now on the Ferrari of W. Gore. Going up the inside, though. Holds W. Gore off. Destiel trying to come up now and make something happen. As Brownie sets another fast lap of the race. Great exit there by Destiel. Going around the outside of the Kublai. Could it be a double overtake on W. Gore as well? Going around the inside into turn 1. 3 wide. Holds his line. Kublai trying to cut back on the inside. And Destiel will make the double overtake stick. What a move there by the Williams driver as he makes his way up into P5, technically P4. Looks like Squirmy has indeed left the session now. Not exactly sure what happened there. Destiel trying to catch up now to Rogue. We may be restarting here, unfortunately, as Cody just does not want it to happen. DRS is enabled as that Williams is gaining closer and closer to Rogue. Looks like our race will carry on. It'll be all good. It's been great. Here goes Destiel into turn 1, up the inside. Rogue will go so wide there and be forced off track, it seems. Getting a little too deep, and it will drop down to P4. Looks like Debugor has gone wide as well. Rogue now under attack from Kublai. Kublai going around the outside. Debugor backing off, it seems. Not sure if he has any damage, because our interval is all set now. Ferrari right back on the tail of the Renault. Rogue's fallen ever so slightly away from Kublai. As we have Fluffy Dave trying to make something happen on Creamy Johns too, who's trying to make something happen on Stony. Big old train back here from the Mercedes to the Red Bull to the Mercedes to the Williams. We'll go back on board with Debugor now. He's going side by side with his teammate. Rogue going by nice and easy. Ferrari's still sitting 5 and 6 now. Meanwhile, Brownie taking off into the sunset on those soft tires, 2.6 seconds ahead of some idiot. Our top 3, some of our quick boys here. Corsac, we did not see earlier, is down in P18. He started on the softs. He may have gotten some damage, so he's going to charge back on those mediums and hope for some kind of safety car. Meanwhile, Dagger right on the back of Rogue, who's an AI. Gets up the inside, passes the AI nice and easy. Now we got the Red Bull of Stony going up the inside of Rogue's AI. Getting it nice and done. Rogue's getting completely obliterated here. Seems he is paused at the moment. Creamy John's trying to make something happen right there, as Fluffy Dave is also tucked in behind, trying to make something happen as well. Cream goes pretty deep there, right on the back of Rogue. We're on lap 5 here of 56. Plenty more to go. Creamy gets around the outside of Rogue. They're side by side now. Rogue getting ahead. Sorry, Creamy getting ahead before the DRS zone. But here comes Fluffy Dave. Can he possibly make a move on the AI of Rogue? Rogue goes defensive. Rogue's AI is using some smart racing here. We'll push Fluffy Dave out wide. Fluffy Dave looking to come back now on the outside of Rogue. Rogue's AI taking a weird line there. Fluffy will have a DRS and get that move done quite easily. Rogue's AI has gone rogue. Fluffy Dave into turn 1. Nice and easy. Gets the move done. Creamy now back on the back of Stony, as Stoney's trying to get past Young Dagger here. Great battle between the Mercedes and the Red Bull. You'd love to see Dagger getting a huge oversteer there. Keeping it together though. Nice shot here of our Mercedes screaming down to the hairpin. Dagger locking up huge though. Stoney trying to capitalize on the mistakes of the Mercedes. These three neck and neck now as they're trying to make something happen. All three of them going wide, it seems. Cream trying to make some kind of move. A lot of lockups there from the Mercedes of Young Dagger. Cream getting a great exit here. Right on the back of Stony. We'll get that DRS, but Stony will still possibly have that DRS from Young Dagger. We'll see what can happen as Stony cuts to the inside to try and break that slipstream. Cream right on the back of him. Plenty of DRS to go around. And we'll get the move done before the corner even happens. Although Stony does have that DRS, so he'll stay on the inside. Break a little late, lock up a little bit. Stony will hold him off. And they're still side by side. Cream on the inside going into the final corner. Cuts the grass, pushes Stony out, and Stony will back out from there. Creamy takes a position. It's now a Mercedes 6-7. as Fluffy Dave. And now Persian King has gotten past Rogue's AI. Persian King starting dead last, trying to make himself known here in the Haas. Catching up to the back of this pack. Race 33 has left the session. Not sure entirely what happened to him. May have lost connection, but we have Rudda right on the back of Red Hornet. Trying to make something happen. Rudda did start in the back as well. Trying to make up all those lost places as Kublai is under pressure from WGore. These two battling it out. WGore with a nice exit there. Lovely shot here, Cody's. Love to see it. Nothing of the battle. Goes to the outside. Kublai on the inside. Could he try to switch back? He does. He gets a little bit of tap there from Kublai as he goes slow through the corner. Proper job of defending there. Keeps him at bay. But we still have one more DRS zone on this lap. WGore not using any ERS, you can see there. He's in 0, so he'll be saving it for a rainy day. Hopefully no rain here in China. We're gonna be going super deep there with Stony right behind him. Very close battle here as WGore is right on the back of Kublai. Looks like he's in lean and numb, but he'll get around him. Now he's in hot lap, overtake. Going down the outside, a little bit of a clip there from Kublai. Still side by side. WGore getting a better exit. Kublai on the outside now as they go through the fast left-hander. Kublai will have to back off and let WGore take the place. So WGore up into P4. Meanwhile, our top 3 are spaced out ever so evenly. Cruising away from the rest of this train. Meanwhile, Corsac making his way up. Getting around his teammate of Red Hornet. Next victim is Rudda, so watch out for Corsac. He's got the pace to be in the top 3, but unfortunately had to pit lap 1, so we'll see him knife his way through the field just like butter. Fluffy Dave, though, right on the back of Stony, trying to make something happen. Eyes on that Red Bull. Lovely helmet livery, Fluffy Dave. So he goes, oh, little defensive move there from Stony, but it cuts back to the outside, locks up, and we'll keep it there. But Young Dagger getting ahead of Kublai. So now we have Creamy Johns right on the back of Kublai as well. See if we can make anything happen. Nothing doing, but here comes Rudda as he gets passed by Corsac now. Corsac will pull ahead up into P13. Rudda gets a little bit oversteer, but saves it. Solid save there from him. He'll have that DRS, but Corsac will get the move done nice and easy. Pulling away from Rudda now. Go back on board with Fluffy Dave, who's at the back of this big old train, starting all the way up from WGore. The fight for P4 is immense right now as we have 5, almost 6 drivers battling for P4. Solid train headed by WGore. You love to see it in 100% race as they all run wide, following the line of WGore and the Ferrari. You can see them all come through here. Right on the back of each other. Creamy John's right on the back of Kublai. That's what we want to look for. Finally, a good Cody's angle. As we can see Creamy coming up now on the back of Kublai, going to the outside. He won't have it though, as Kublai still has DRS from his teammate up front. Let's go side by side. Stony goes deep there. Creamy will get up alongside Kublai now. He gets ahead. Fluffy Dave under attack. Or attacking Stony now, as Stony did a huge lockup there. But Creamy John gets the move done and obliterates that Mercedes sandwich and tries to catch and track down his teammate of Young Dagger, who's gotten A little bit ahead now, breaking some of that train. These four, though, battling it out now, all within 1 second of each other. Uber close. We have Young Dagger right on the back of W Gore. Could make a move happen here. A little bit of oversteer. Young Dagger, of course, on that default setup, so you can tell he is struggling with getting on the throttle. As he taps W Gore a little bit, W Gore will go round. That is unfortunate. He has been tapped by Young Dagger. Creamy John's up into P4 due to that. Young Dagger now behind his teammate. Stoney coming in hot. W Gore down to P10 now. And his AI teammate, Rogue, will catch up to him. Meanwhile, we have Fluffy Dave on Kublai trying to make something happen. Kublai going to the outside of Stoney. Stoney trying to go back, dive down up the inside. They're side by side as Creamy is holding off Young Dagger up ahead. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave waiting for these two to make a mistake so he can capitalize. Gets that DRS. Watch out for Young Dagger as Deciel has now pit in P3. Young Dagger look for the move up the inside. No, he'll back off. Go back down to Fluffy Dave and Stoney as they're side by side. Kublai trying to hold around the outside. Stoney up the inside. Gets the move done. Kublai will try and come back now. Stoney closes him off and makes the move stick. So Red Bull out in front of Kublai. These guys on soft tires, of course, as Creamy Johns and Young Dagger are fighting. Mercedes battling it out just like we saw in Bahrain on the F1 replay of the Bahrain GP in 2014. Creamy tucks behind his teammate. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave's right on the back of Kublai. These Mercedes are battling it out like crazy. This is the battle for the podium, folks. At the moment, although Destiel did pit, switch to those mediums, so we'll see where he can come out. Dagger doing a good job of keeping him at bay. All the while, Persian King has caught up to this pack from all the battling we've seen. Fluffy Dave right on the back of Kublai. See if we can get something done. Kublai will have DRS though from the driver in front. Kublai looking to make some kind of move on Stoney as well. He goes up the inside. Keeps it nice and easy. This will allow Fluffy Dave to get upside, alongside. No. Kublai will close him off. Stoney will keep the P5 position. Kublai going deep and will go to the pits now. So Kublai's dived in, enough battling, wasting too much time. And here comes Persian King with the DRS going up the inside of Fluffy Dave. See these two go side by side. Persian King leaving him an ample amount of space, getting a little tap there, pushing Fluffy Dave wide. Will get the position done up into P6. As Deciel now coming out on track right in front of Corsac, so these two will definitely be battling it out. Exciting race so far here. Fluffy Dave will try and make something happen coming back at Persian King. Both these drivers on 11-lap old mediums. We're only 12 laps done with 56 so far, and this has been a crazy race full of overtakes. I'm sure there's plenty more to come as Fluffy Dave goes a little bit deep there. Persian King getting a nice exit there right on the back of Stoney. Should have something happen as he follows his slipstream. We're talking here tonight, folks. Persian King goes to the inside. Gets the move nice and done before the braking zone. Stoney will back off. And the Haas is up into P5. The Red Bull close behind. Fluffy Dave trying to make something happen. Trying to stay with these guys, waiting for their mistakes to get ahead. As Stoney has now indeed pit, as well as Brownie, our race leader. We'll see where he comes out in P4. just ahead of Virgin King. He'll be on the medium compound tire. So some idiot now in the lead, cruising out in front with a 17-second gap on the mediums, has yet to pit. Meanwhile, Stoney coming out behind Kubele by a long shot. Not sure what happened there. If he had a time penalty, he had to serve. I believe he did from getting forced off track earlier from Kubele. That is unfortunate, but he'll try and make his way back now to catch up to Kubele. He's 5 seconds down the road. Meanwhile, Mercedes battling for P2 at the moment. Cream's right on the back of Young Dagger. Big old train here forming from all these drivers. On board with Creamy now. Seems too far back as he's saving his ERS. We have Destiel passing W-Gore though before the DRS zone. We'll have that DRS as well. Korsak also passing W-Gore, so W-Gore getting obliterated on this straight here, getting passed by Destiel and Korsak. Kubele has retired from the session. Oh my goodness gracious. He has spun out, it seems, and may have hit the wall. Not sure what happened there. Rudda up in a P14. Stoney up ahead now, as Creamy Johns has gotten ahead of Young Dagger into turn 1. Just missed that from the retirement of Kubele. Great battle here from the Mercedes drivers, keeping it clean. But here comes Young Dagger down the inside of Creamy Johns into the hairpin. Creamy Johns looking for the switchback, perhaps. He does, as Young Dagger goes way too deep there. We'll get the move done, but now he's under attack by Brownie, who we know is a quick boy, as he's provisionally P1 out of all the pit stoppers. He's getting held up big by the Mercedes here, which is favoring some idiot. See if he can get by these guys as fast as possible. Renault on the medium compound tires will not make the move into this turn here. There will be a double slipstream as Brownie goes a little wide there, gets a little bit of curve, but he'll keep it under control as he's now chilling behind the two Mercedes. Creamy Johns going defensive there as Dagger comes to the outside. They're going side by side through this corner. A little bit of a lockup from Young Dagger. Creamy keeps him wide and will hold the position, but they might go side by side through the final turn. Inside usually prevails on this one as Creamy holds around the outside. A little bit of oversteer. They're side by side, but here comes Brownie now around the outside of the Mercedes. Can he get a double overtake on them? Gets the move done before the braking zone. So that's a nice double overtake there by SHZ Brownie as the Mercedes are battling it out. Now we've come onto the back of some idiot. Sorry. That is indeed the back marker of Racer 33, who has left the session, unfortunately. Brownie getting by, as well as the two Mercedes. Creamy has backed off now from his teammate. Lovely overtake, though, by our Renault driver. Young Dagger sitting out ahead of his teammate now, as you guys have switched back and forth. Vigor has left the session now, unfortunately. Not sure what happened there. He seems to have retired in the pits. Meanwhile, we've got Fluffy Dave trying to chill with Persian King. Doing a good job of keeping it clean here. We're going to see if we can get Racer 33 back in this session. I believe he left and he's looking for an invite. Oh no, Racer 33 is out of the race. We have him looking to get into commentary. Let's see if we can get him in here real quick. Back to the action now, as we see the Mercedes still 3 and 4 at the moment. Another lockup from Young Dagger. His brakes are screaming at him, as we're looking to have a team orders factor from the Williams as Destiel is closing in on his teammate of Fluffy Dave. Destiel, of course, on the much fresher tires and supposedly the much quicker driver, so we'll see what happens here if they can make an easy pass, although Fluffy Dave is battling with Persian King, who's right up ahead. They're gaining. Persian King will have the aid of Race 33's DRS, fortunately, due to his back marker. Here comes Fluffy Dave on Persian King. Has that DRS. But Persian King will have that DRS on Racer 33, so he's using that slipstream to pull away from Fluffy Dave. Racer 33's AI just sitting on the racing line, doesn't give a damn about any other driver at the moment. Making sure to block everyone as much as possible. Brownie sets the fastest lap of the race, now within 19 seconds of Some Idiot, so he'll probably come out ahead after Some Idiot pits. But I believe Brownie is on the 2 stop, so this could spice things up a little bit. Brownie will have to push as hard as he can to try and keep in with Some Idiot's tire management strategy. So now we have Destiel right on the back of Fluffy Dave trying to make something happen, as to not lose out to that podium spot he's currently fighting for. The lovely toothpaste livery of Williams glistening in the sunlight in Shanghai. Only 17 laps down at this 56 lap race. We've got plenty more to come. These intervals are insane, how close these drivers are standing together for over an hour of racing. Truly incredible stuff from these pro elite sim racers. Here comes the Williams on the back of Fluffy Dave. Unable to catch him. Fluffy Dave just getting a great exit and getting a toe off Persian King as Persian King goes defensive now. Fluffy Dave going around the outside, locking up, a little bit of oversteer. Fluffy Dave coming back though. Will have a better exit. Persian King staying ahead now. Keeping it nice and tidy. Destiel right on the back of his teammate will look to make some kind of move. Can he go for the double overtake as well, just as Brownie did? 3 wide now. As Destiel will back off, a little tap there from his teammate. Fluffy Dave going back up the inside of his own teammate. Little team battle here, side by side through turn 1 and 2 into turn 3. Destiel will come out ahead. Not sure if Fluffy Dave got too much damage. I know we're on reduced, so looks like he should be okay. Destiel locking up huge there, as well as Persian King. Not sure what happened. They're 3 wide coming out of the turn, half of them off the track. Fluffy Dave will pass them and go up into P5. Destiel drops back to P7 yet again. Persian King went deep and Destiel followed him, so Fluffy Dave took the inside line and got the double overtake done. Nice job by Fluffy Dave there, sitting waiting for those mistakes and capitalizing on them. Here comes Destiel up the inside of Persian King, wasting no time trying to catch back up to his teammate. Persian King holding that line well. Both of them getting a great exit there. Looks like Destiel's going for a switchback here on the exit onto the straightaway, right on the back of Persian King. Plenty of ERS to shoot by him. As we have, oh my goodness, Corsac out of nowhere after all this battling comes up alongside. They're 3 wide now as Corsac and Destiel pass Persian King. Corsac up the middle, couldn't get the double overtake done on Destiel. They're side by side. Destiel holds a position as Corsac tucks in behind him. What a move there by Corsac out of nowhere. Did not see him at all. Came over and passed Persian King. Now he's back behind the 2 Williams as Destiel's looking to catch back up to his teammate. Big train here as Destiel goes up the inside of his teammate. Side by side now, the Williams trying to keep it clean. Claire does not want a double DNF now. Corsac right behind the both of them, waiting for them to tangle and make some kind of mistake. Meanwhile, Young Dagger has pulled away from Creamy Johns in the battle of the Mercedes as Destiel goes to the outside. Fluffy Dave, defensive on the inside. He may just concede the position and hold Corsac up to let his teammate go. Destiel pulling away now as Fluffy Dave is now down into P6. Up the inside, Corsac tries to go. Fluffy Dave goes wide. This race is insane. I'm going to lose my voice. We're not even halfway done. Corsac trying to keep up with Destiel by passing his teammate. Now I believe we're joined in the booth by Racer 33. As they exit onto the back straight now. Corsac well within DRS from Fluffy Dave, but Fluffy Dave could have that DRS from his teammate ahead. Corsac on a flyer, cruising by Fluffy Dave. No questions asked. He must be running lower wings for sure. Racer 33, are you there?
Yes, I am.
There we go.
I'm just launching the game.
There you go.
I'll join you in a second.
Sounds perfect, man. Your AI is currently doing great in P16, so looking solid out there as Cream has pit and come out behind Destiel. Sorry, Cream hasn't pit. He just got passed by Destiel. With Corsac right behind, trying to make something happen. Fluffy Dave not giving up though. He's right behind Corsac. Brownie now within 17 seconds of some idiot in the lead. Trying to cut that lead down as much as possible considering he's on the two-stop strategy. Corsac getting a nice exit on the inside, right on the back of Creamy Johns, under the back straight. I don't know if Creamy will still have DRS from his Williams front runner. Corsac screaming in on the back of Creamy. We'll get the move done nice and easy with the help of DRS and ERS. Gets him done before the braking zone. Into the hairpin, Corsac will come out on top, up into P5. Now we'll chase down Destiel up in P4. Fluffy Dave is opting to dive into the pits now after a solid first stint. We're gonna go ahead and invite Racer 33 into this lobby real quick. So I believe, how do we do this on Steam, Racer 33? Do I just pause? Let's figure this out. Steam is new to me. For some reason, what the hell? Oh, here we go. Let me just do this real quick. There we go. Easy. No, that didn't work. Goddamn. RIP. Yeah, I don't believe we can get Racer 33 back in this lobby. That's a big rip. I'll just keep talking though as Destiel's right on the back though of Young Dagger. Corsac not within DRS though of Destiel. Slipping away. He is on 9-lap older mediums, though. Meanwhile, Brownie's 15 seconds away from some idiot. Not sure what the strategy is here, but some idiot should be pitting sometime soon, I'm supposing. I know the hards will last centuries here, so he can do it whenever he wants, just about until those mediums go off. Big lockup from Young Dagger. As Destiel's right on the back now, surely he'll make the pass here with the DRS and the fresher tires. Goes side by side, down to the back straight. Destiel moving up into P4 quite easily there. After starting P9, he's done a great job. Brownie showing he's the GOAT of this race as he's setting the fastest lap with 135 on the 10-lap old mediums. He's got plenty of juice in tank as we have Creamy Johns now pitting, it seems, after sitting 21 laps on those mediums. Trying to undercut his teammate now. Corsac trying to close in on the Mercedes of Young Dagger, who did indeed pit on lap 1, so he's done a great job to catch up to this pack now. Creamy Johns comes out of the pit ahead of Fluffy Dave. Creamy Johns opting for the 2-stop though, as he goes on in the mediums again. Fluffy Dave on the hard, so Fluffy Dave will be going to the end. We'll see if Creamy Johns can make some kind of quick overtake here. Rogue seems to be back in the race now. His AI is no longer driving for him, so he'll be battling quite well now. Both the drivers ahead of Cream on 22-lap old medium, so Cream will look to make the move as soon as possible to not get held up by this traffic. Little tap there from Cream, letting Dr. McShorty know he's there. Dr. McShorty gets a lot of oversteer. Cream will take the move, make it nice and easy. And Fluffy Dave, like always, waiting for those mistakes, keeping it nice and clean, and capitalizing on them. Fluffy Dave up into P9 right behind Creamy Johns. He'll have that DRS. Creamy will still have that DRS from Dr. McShorty, though, so he won't get the move done that easy. As he goes to the inside, goes defensive. Fluffy Dave around the outside looking for a switchback, perhaps. Creamy keeping it clean, though, staying ahead of Fluffy Dave, as Young Dagger has indeed decided to pit, so we'll see where he comes out. As Creamy John gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner, it seems. Persian King coming out right behind Young Dagger, so these two are close. Looks like Young Dagger will have to come out way behind his teammates. Not sure what happened there. He may have had a 5-second stop and go. Big old train forming yet again, so Young Dagger will close on the back of this very quickly, and we'll have our P4 through 8 train running yet again. Meanwhile, some idiot has yet to pit. Brownie's closed that gap to 13 seconds. Destiel will have to pit again as well. He's closed the gap to Brownie to 13 seconds. Creamy looking to make some kind of move here on Rogue, as he has 22-lap younger medium tires. Fluffy Dave looking to capitalize as well. We'll see if he can make some kind of move, as he has that double slipstream. Creamy awfully far back though, unable to make anything happen. As Young Dagger gets ahead of Dr. McShorty. Mercedes back up into P8, but did I speak too soon? No, Dagger will have that move nice and easy, as Dr. McShorty should be diving into the pits here. No, he'll stay out longer even. Looking to follow this DRS train and gain some speed as Creamy Johns goes around the outside of Rogue into turn 1. They're side by side. Rogue giving him no room whatsoever. Keeping it legal though. They're still side by side through the turn 1 complex. Creamy John's getting the move done. Nice move by him there around the outside of turn 1. Solid driving from both these drivers, keeping it clean. Pushing the limits. Virgin King's now on the back of Dr. McShorty. Plenty of ERS. Goes a little deep there. Showing Dr. McShorty he's there. Getting some gravel. Brownie now within 12 seconds of some idiot. Virgin King going awfully wide there. Looking to the inside of Dr. McShorty. But we'll back off and wait for the DRS detection zone. Persian King couldn't be any closer to Dr. McShorty coming out of this corner. As they'll have DRS and a full bar of ERS as Dr. McShorty's weaving. He knows he's going to get passed, surely, from the immense battery power that Haas currently has. Gets the move done. Stays on the inside. Dr. McShorty will look for a cutback, possibly. But Persian King will hold him off, so that Haas is up into P9 now. Rogue trying to stay close. He's staying out on those medium for lap 25 now, on the back of Creamy John's. Folks, we're going to take a quick commentary break here while I refresh the drink. Enjoy some footage of Ferrari chasing Mercedes, just like always. This commercial break brought to you by Coors Light. And now we have a Mercedes sandwich surrounding the Ferrari of Rogue. As Creamy goes deep there. Oh, as Dagger tries to get on the inside of Rogue. Well, gets a little tap there. I don't think he got any damage due to reduced damage. We got a rev counter bug on the Ferrari, so we'll stay off of him for now. Young Dagger trying to make something happen as his teammates holding him up. Rogue on 27 lap old mediums, going the distance. As you can see, some idiot still has yet to pit as well. Brownie within 10 seconds now. Dagger trying to make something happen as soon as possible, considering he has much fresher tires. Again, he does have that default setup due to our inside sources, so he knows he'll struggle with oversteer a lot here. As you can see all race, he is coming hot out of quarters. It's Rogue feeling the age of those tires as he gets kind of wobbly coming out of the final corner, sorry, for the back straight. And here comes Young Dagger on the inside of Rogue. They're side by side into the hairpin. Just kidding. Young Dagger pulls ahead before the braking zone. Gets the move done. Easy peasy. Nothing about it. Love that rev glitch. Staying right on the back, though, of Young Dagger. He'll stay out for another lap. As well as some idiot. We've still got plenty of drivers now. As Creamy Johns approaches the lapped car of race 33. Goes right through him. Nice and easy. Goes super wide there. Touches the grass a little bit. He'll spin. Creamy will spin. That is unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. He's gone super. Oh, he comes right back out in front of Persian King. Not sure what that was about. That's Persian King's front left end plate completely gone. Surprised he didn't retire there. That is a crazy rejoin. Not sure what happened entirely. May have thought the coast was clear and Persian King was coming in too hot. Persian King likely will have to pit as he just did on his 5-lap old mediums. He may have to go hards to the end. That's unfortunate for him. Rev glitch still very present here. This Young Dagger is trying to pull away from the Ferrari. Got 14 racers left now in the lobby. Leave me alone. Gets nice out the way for the front-running drivers. And Dagger up into P5 now. And theoretically could go to the end on these mediums if he really wanted to. Could we see some idiot try and stretch these mediums as long as possible to try and switch to softs at the end? Who knows? He may have the choice here considering he's 8 seconds ahead of Brownie at the moment. Brownie could close that gap very, very soon. Meanwhile, Persian King opting to stay out even with that mighty wing damage. Surprised Creamy didn't get any damage either, as Stoney has retired from the session. Not sure what happened there. I am sure now. He went into the pits and he said, that is it, folks. That's all I can give. He's out of this session. Which will promote Red Hornet up into P11. Ever so close to that points position. As our major train from P5 to P8 has kind of disbanded a bit from that incident from Cream and Persian King earlier. Fluffy Dave doing a good job here in P7. Cruising behind Rogue, because Rogue still will have to pit. As he has yet to pit at all in this race, as well as somebody. Those two are the only two so far that have yet to pit. Corsac, of course, pit on the first lap. So, very curious to see what his strategy is as well. As Persian King has decided to pit after all that. The wing damage was just too much. Some idiot has decided to pit as Dagger gets a 3-second time penalty. Some idiot down into P2. Will he stay in P2 or will Destiel get him as he's coming out of the pits? Looks like some idiot will stay ahead. Nice and easy on those hard compound tires. Corsac on 30 lap old mediums now. We'll have to pit pretty shortly here. See if he can catch up to some idiot who's on the extremely fresh hard compound tires. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave closing in ever so slightly on Rogue, as those hards seem to be kicking in now. Seems Young Dagger? Something happened here with Young Dagger. May have spun out. We completely missed that. Not sure what happened. As he spun out again. Oh my god. He's lost his front wing. There as Young Dagger has retired from the session. Unfortunate for him. For Mercedes as they were doing great so far. He'll be out of the session and Creamy Johns will carry the Mercedes team now as he's in P7. Looking for that 2-stop to work. Fluffy Dave, meanwhile, though, cruising behind the stream of Rogue. Fluffy Dave slipping him back a little bit from Rogue there, but meanwhile we have Virgin King trying to stay with Dr. McShorty. He's on a roll now on those fresh mediums and a fresh wing. May have botched his chances there of catching up to Dr. McShorty. He does have that DRS though, so he'll gain back up. Try to make something happen as these guys are now fighting for P8. Dr. McShorty, of course, will probably have to pit again. Virgin King somehow on those same medium tires, according to my standings list. That's very odd. He may have been able to do a pit stop without changing his tires and just could change his front wing, which is news to me. I would love to be able to do that as well. Goes very deep there. Almost takes out Dr. McShorty. As Destiel has now decided to pit. Going into that Williams slot there. We'll see what tire he goes on to. It looks like it is indeed the medium tires. Rogue too far back to even come close to overtaking him. Corsac and Rogue on 32 lap old mediums, so they're looking to go extremely far, possibly go back onto the softs. Could be a very wise strat. As some idiot is staying in a reasonable gap between Brownie. Brownie, of course, having to pit again. He'll probably go onto the softs and charge back and try and catch some idiot. So it could be a very saucy finale to this race. So make sure you stick around. We've got 20 laps left of pure sim racing. Fluffy Dave, though, within 5/10 of Rogue. Rogue's tires have to be ice skates now. Fluffy Dave's got to make some kind of move. Could be wasting time behind him here. Fluffy Dave, of course, going to the end on these tires. Rogue will indeed have to pit. Not sure what the shot of the Mercedes was there for, as we're fixed on Fluffy Dave. Fluffy Dave, of course, a new reserve to PPR. This is his debut race under the PPR name. Fellow racer in AOR as well. North American split one. Goes up the inside. Gets the move down on Rogue, pushes him wide. Easy peasy. Fresher tires. Nice and easy. Rogue may go to the pits here. No, he'll stay out because he's a madman. Creamy Johns gets another 3-second time penalty for cutting corners, but he's on a roll now trying to catch Rogue. He doesn't care about penalties. He cares about track position. That's all that matters in this race. No championship points up for grabs, just purely exhibition. Drivers out here testing their endurance skill as we do 56 full laps of the Chinese Grand Prix. You hate to see it. Maybe one day that rev glitch will go away. Rogue dropping back now as Creamy's within a second of the Ferrari. Rogue has to be pushing it out to try and go to the softs now. As Brownie has decided to pit. This is it, folks. This is where it all gets very intense as Brownie has gone to the mediums. Some idiot ahead now by quite some time. Corsac coming up on 33 lap old mediums. He'll have to pit again too. But some idiot now 7 seconds, almost 9 seconds now ahead of Brownie. Brownie will have to make up 9 seconds in the next 20 laps, which is very doable considering he's on the medium tires. Could be a very saucy finish as Rogue has been passed by Creamy Johns into the hairpin. Destio sets the fastest lap of the race on those fresh mediums. He's cruising along now, trying to catch up to Corsac. Should have him as Corsac definitely has to pit once again. Cream up into P6, chasing down Fluffy Dave on those medium tires. Not sure if Cream will go to the end. We'll surely find out. Down to 13 drivers now who have completed 36 laps. Usually this race is only about 28 or so. We're doing a whole 56, so fatigue surely is setting in for some of these drivers. As Persian King on those 27 lap old mediums is sticking with Dr. McShorty, cruising along. Not making anything happen though. We'll hop up to our leader and see if he can stay ahead of Brownie. Some idiot could have the ultimate strat here. And he wouldn't be some idiot, he'd be some genius if he could pull this off. Meanwhile, Brownie charging hard, trying to make something happen. Creamy Johns on the Williams. It's a Williams 4.5 at the moment, which you don't see very often. You'd hope to see that in real life, but currently in real life, we don't have F1. So we got to bring it to you here through PPR and F1 2019, the most elite sim racing game in the world. Lovely shot here of Creamy Johns chasing down Fluffy Dave. A little bit of snap oversteer there. Keeps it under control. As we watch Persian King closing in. 5/10 now of Dr. McShorty. Nothing happening quite yet. Could make a pass here though as they're coming onto the back straight. Sorry, the front straight. Persian King just a bit too far back still, unable to make anything happen. Surprised he's still going on those 29 lap old mediums, but you know what I'm more surprised about is Corsac on these 35 lap old mediums. That is surely insane. He's going to switch to the softs possibly, and that could be a duel between him and Desteel. But Desteel's on a charge right now on those fresh mediums. Could see some magic of Ruin fighting for P3 and fighting for P2 as Corsac does indeed dive into the pits. We'll go on board now with Creamy as he's chasing down Fluffy Dave. Within 7/10, could have something brewing here as well. Activates that DRS. He's closing in on Fluffy Dave. Fluffy Dave goes defensive. Creamy John's around the outside. Looks for a switchback, perhaps. Fluffy Dave getting a nice exit, though. And we'll close him off and defend very well to keep Creamy Johns at bay. Creamy Johns will have that DRS yet again. Could he make a move around the outside like he did to Rogue in turn 1? Here he goes, around the outside. Fluffy Dave going to the inside. Creamy Johns gets the move done so far. Fluffy Dave going very deep and wide there. Creamy Johns covering off the inside. Creamy Johns' second around the outside move in turn 1. Awesome driving there by the Mercedes driver. You love to see it. As Persian King now within. Gets ahead of Dr. McShorty. Dr. McShorty comes back though with a switchback. Persian King will lose out, but tuck in right behind him. We'll get that DRS yet again. Be right on the back. Can he make the same move Cream just did? Around the outside, Dr. McShorty going to the outside. Gets a little bit of grass. Goes very deep there. Persian King following suit. Dr. McShorty doing a good job of not mowing the lawn too much. As Brownie's the fastest lap of the race. So Brownie's on a charge now within 5 seconds of some idiot. He should be on pace to catch him here. Could be a very hard battle to pass though. As here comes Fluffy Dave now. Have the turntables. As Fluffy Dave now has that DRS within 5/10 of Creamy Johns. Plenty of action all over the circuit for this 100% Grand Prix at China. Nothing happening there as Fluffy Dave cannot make anything stick. Meanwhile, Persian King too far back to make a move on Dr. McShorty. He's approaching 30 lap old mediums. Surprised he's still running on him. Persian King awfully close now. Could be looking for a move into turn 1. He'll tuck behind Dr. McShorty. Nothing going on though. By nothing going on, I mean everything going on as he goes around the outside into the exit of turn 1. Dr. McShorty pushing him very wide. Not sure how he has any grip on those 31 lap old mediums. Dr. McShorty holding the position. Nice and easy. Great defense here from Dr. McShorty. Keeping Persian King at bay. Persian King unable to get past. At the moment, these two former teammates in PC Division 2. Corsac setting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:34.0. So Corsac on a move, as well as Destiel. Brownie within 4 seconds now of some idiot with just 16 laps left to go. So it's looking very positive here for Brownie. We will cut to that battle as I can see that's going to happen probably in about 4 laps here. Meanwhile, it's all about Fluffy Dave and Persian King, both trying to make some kind of passes on these guys as Rogue has pit after 8 million laps on the medium compound tires. Persian King up the inside into the hairpin. Dr. McShorty staying on the outside, looks for a switchback. Persian King, good job of holding that inside line. Dr. McShorty trying to come back now though, round the outside, up the inside into the final turn, taps Persian King and goes around. Oh no! He'll hit the wall. Looks like no damage done there, but he drops down to P9. It comes across the track. Oh my goodness, almost hits. Not sure who that was exactly. Looks like the Renault of Brownie, who may have narrowly avoided big old DNF. If he goes super deep here, loses some time. That'll benefit some idiot quite the sum there. Fluffy Dave a bit far back now. Unfortunate for Dr. McShorty, who's dropped 11 seconds back now. unfortunate circumstances. Surprised Persian King was able to hold that turn on 32 lap old tires. That seems insane. Fluffy Dave now dropped out of DRS zone from Creamy Johns. Creamy Johns trying to secure this P5. As we know, Creamy Johns has some time penalties, so he'll need to extend that gap in order for Fluffy Dave not to take the position back at the end of the race due to time penalties. Eduardo Andretti, though, and Leave Me Alone, looking side by side, racing for the points here. Keeping it nice and clean. Eduardo Andretti getting a dip of brass there around the final corner. Leave Me Alone, staying true to his username. Gets that DRS though. He'll be coming back at Eduardo Andretti. The battle for P11 is heating up as we have Leave Me Alone on 28 lap old hard tires, which may very well be in their prime because the hard tires make no sense in this game. Eduardo Andretti seems to have made the move stick for now. Here comes Leave Me Alone though, back up. Get a nice tight line through there. As Persian King has decided to pit, he'll go on the softs. Dr. McShorty will pass him after that spin earlier, but Persian King will be on the hunt to grab that P8 spot back. As Red Hornet now has passed him as well. Persian King likely to take that position back right away. Meanwhile, Brownie, within 2 seconds now, you can see some idiot just on the edge of his screen there. As Creamy Johns has decided to pit. Nice and easy. He'll be going to the softs as well, I'm sure. But this is the battle all to play for as Brownie's closing in on some idiot. Creamy Johns coming out just ahead of Rogue there on the soft, so these two will be battling it out to the end. As I know they both have great pace around here. Though it looks like Rogue is plenty far back from Creamy. Persian King though, right on the back of Red Hornet, making the move. Nice and easy down the back straight. No questions asked. Eduardo Andretti and Leave Me Alone still battling, but unfortunately we'll have to go back up to the top as Brownie slowly closing in on the racing point of some idiot. You can see him now in the same frame. This race is heating up as we approach the final quarter of the Chinese Grand Prix. Brownie's 7 laps old mediums should last for a while now, but those hard tires of some idiot could be kicking in, so we'll see what happens here. Both of them with about 50% ERS, so plenty of battery to spare as they approach the main back straight, the optimal passing opportunity. Onto the back straight as some idiot tries to break that slipstream. Here comes the DRS of SHZ Brownie. Some idiot cuts back to the inside. Nice and legal there. Brownie will tuck in behind. Nothing doing there. He's got the pace now and the young tires to make a pass whenever he wants in the next 13 laps. He may want to do it sooner rather than later though. As those mediums begin to fall off, those hards will stay true to their form. So some idiot could have the pace near the end of this race. No moves done yet so far from Brownie. Just keeping it nice and tight behind some idiot. Eduardo Andretti gets by Leave Me Alone. Leave Me Alone fights back though. Those two are neck and neck down there. Brownie tucked in just behind some idiot. Waiting for the optimal opportunity to pass. Not trying to make any mistakes to possibly ruin their race. Creamy John 16 seconds back from Fluffy Dave, so he'll have a lot to make up on those soft tires if he wants to make anything happen. But here comes Brownie onto the back straight, the prime passing opportunity. Uses all of the curb there. Some idiot tucking into the inside. This could be the move done for the lead here on lap 44 of this 100% race. Some idiot tucks back to the outside. Brownie down the inside. They're side by side through the hairpin. Some idiot going for the switchback. But Brownie will have the move done nice and easy. No questions asked. Brownie up into P1. Some idiot in P2. Let's see if some idiot, though, can stay with Brownie with these hard compound tires. Brownie's trying to break the slipstream as much as possible. Get rid of this racing point. Brownie goes super wide. Some idiot up the inside now. They're side by side into the turn 1 complex. Some idiot doing a good job of staying with Brownie. As they're now approaching what seems to be the Ferrari of Rogue. They're on a mission, and Rogue's on those 4-lap-old softs. This is not beneficial to some idiot, as Brownie could have DRS from Rogue, as Rogue goes wide and just lets them by nice and easy, so this will not affect the battle whatsoever. Some idiot still within 5/10, so well within DRS. He could take the position back here, which could get ultra spicy though. Brownie should have the better exit out of this corner though, as he's on the fresher, medium, softer tires. Solid exit there though from some idiot. Quite the distance back though, using all the ERS he can. As he closes in. Might be too far back though at this moment. Brownie staying ahead. Oh my goodness, some idiot cutting a major part of the hairpin. We won't talk about it though. We want to see him battle. It's Persian King right in the back of Dr. McShorty in the meantime. We'll see this overtake real quick. They're side by side on the back straight. Persian King back up into P8 after pitting for, Dr. McShorty comes back, lunges past. But Persian King will come back nice and easy. We have the Williams of Destiel though, fighting with these guys, trying to get by and save that P3. Meanwhile, some idiot still within 1 second as Rogue has retired from the session. He's gone to the pits. He says his race is over, and that'll be that. Corsac within 8 seconds though. Oh no, as somebody gets some oversteer, he's dropped back 1.3 seconds back from Brownie. Rogue is indeed out of here. We've got 12 drivers left. Eduardo Andretti now up into the points. So that battle for P11 has now turned into the battle for the points up in P10. Of these drivers just ahead, they could hold Brownie up. You can see him now on your screen. Leave Me Alone doing a good job of leaving Brownie alone, letting him get by nice and easy. But here comes some idiot. Will he be obstructed? Leave Me Alone gets out of the way. Nice and easy it seems. For now. Eduardo Andretti getting out of the way as well as some idiot comes in hot. We'll see if he can get around Eduardo Andretti just as easy. As Eduardo gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting that final corner. Eduardo Andretti getting out of the way in style into turn 1. Some idiot within 2 seconds still of Brownie. Curious to see if those mediums will keep their pace or if some idiot could come back and make something happen. Meanwhile, our driver is pretty spread out now due to those back markers letting people by. Leave Me Alone has backed off of Eduardo Andretti just a little bit now. Keep an eye though on some idiot as we hope to see him make some kind of challenge back for the lead. been 2 hours since we started here, folks. It's been a long one. Some idiot dropping back ever so slightly from Brownie now. Brownie just got crazy pace today. Started on pole. Driving solid throughout. Corsac, meanwhile, slowly closing down that gap to Destiel. Not by much, though, I might say. Roberto Andretti doing a decent job of staying with the leaders here in P10. Leave Me Alone will go to the pits. He's on 34 lap old mediums. And by mediums, I mean hards. He'll switch to those softs. Try to set some quick boy laps now. Borsak sets the fastest lap of the race, so he's definitely on a charge within 7 seconds of Destiel. He's coming up on a back marker, though, of Dr. McShorty. See if Dr. McShorty can get out of the way. Dr. McShorty doing a good job of getting out the way. Now tucking in behind Korsak, hopefully trying to make some kind of slipstream attempt to stay with him and make his way back up through the pack. 7 seconds down from Persian King at the moment. Persian King, not much of a chance of catching Creamy at the moment. He's behind Destiel, though, on those soft tires. Destiel on those older mediums. So theoretically, Persian King should be able to make some kind of move on him here out of this turn. As he breaks that slipstream. We'll activate that DRS. Will not make any kind of move. He'll stay back. Meanwhile, some idiot 3 seconds back now from SHZ Brownie. Korsak now within 6 seconds of Destiel. He may not have enough to make it to the end here. He's closing in quick, though. He's only got about 6 to 7 laps left to try to make something happen. So he'll have to gain on Destiel a second a lap, which is very unlikely. Of course, I'm not sure the time penalty either. I just know Cream has 2 3-seconds. So that's the only limiting factor, but he's got plenty of space behind him. Question is, can he catch and pass Fluffy Dave on track before the end of this race? Only time will tell. We're going to take a quick break in the commentary booth. We'll be right back with you. Follow along some idiot as he tries to maintain the distance between Brownie. And we're back now as we see Fluffy Dave has caught up to, Creamy Johns has caught up to Fluffy Dave. Not sure what happened there. Creamy Johns on a flyer, trying to make something happen on those soft tires. He's 9 laps in versus Fluffy Dave's 30 laps old hard tires. Goes around the outside. Plenty of drivers stacked now right on the back of Creamy Johns. They're a lap down though. It's Persian King, I believe, is a full lap down from Creamy, even though he's right behind him on track, as well as Dr. McShorty and Red Hornet, who are right on the back. Creamy John's going around the outside. Here comes Dr. McShorty though, looking for a peak. Fluffy Dave coming back at Creamy John's. These two crazy battles seemingly happening right next to each other, but they are of course a lap apart. Dr. McShorty getting a good exit on Persian King here. See what happens. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave trying to come back at Creamy John's. Gorsak within 4 seconds now, so he's doing a good job of catching Death Steal. We'll see if anything can happen at the end of the race here. Meanwhile, Brownie's just taking off. Not a chance for some idiot unless he makes a vital mistake. Persian King getting dived by Dr. McShorty. Oh, here comes Red Hornet overtaking these two, even though he's a lap down. Oh, he's not a lap down. A good little push there from Dr. McShorty. Red Hornet going wide, going back to P9. So Red Hornet battling for track position here. Not a lap down. 7 through 9 are on the same lap, while 5 and 6 are currently a whole lap ahead. These three battling it out though. Dr. McShorty staying ahead of Persian King. See if Dr. McShorty goes defensive. Persian King up the inside, perhaps takes a peek, does not go for it. Goes very deep. Red Hornet right on the back now. All these drivers have 2 lap old softs, so they're going to be battling it out to the end entirely. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave still on the back of Creamy John's. The battle for P7 is heating up here on the final 4 laps of this 100% race. Persian King just on the back there. Getting a solid exit. We'll hop on board with him. See what he can do. Fluffy Dave within 7/10 of Creamy John's. Keep an eye on that battle. Looks like he'll be too far back to make anything happen. But here comes Persian King up the inside. Late move there. Dr. McShorty looking for a switchback. Nothing happening though, as Persian King will get the move done. Dr. McShorty poking his head out. Intimidating tactics, trying to get Persian King to lose his edge. Coming back, looking up the inside possibly? No, he'll stay away. Meanwhile, Red Hornet hoping these two can crash out so he can pick up the pieces. Not much going though. Gorsak now within 2.6 seconds of Death Steal. He can see him in the distance. Some idiot falling away from Brownie though as he's pulling ahead. Meanwhile, big old train forming here from all of these drivers. Fluffy Dave has very old hard compound tires and Persian King on those fresh softs. Persian King looking to make some kind of move on Fluffy Dave to unlap himself. See what happens here. I believe Fluffy Dave should still have DRS. He may just be out of range. He does not have DRS, so here comes Persian King screaming down. Fluffy Dave goes to the inside. Lets him by, nice and easy. Here comes Dr. McShorty too. Oh my goodness. Around the outside. Doesn't get the move done though. Still side by side with Fluffy Dave. He'll back off, let Fluffy Dave go, as he is indeed the back marker. Doesn't want to ruin his race at all. This allows Cream, meanwhile, to pull off way ahead of Fluffy Dave. Persian King, though, closing in on Creamy John's. Their incident earlier where Creamy John's rejoined the track and Nearly took out Persian King. Could come into play now as Persian King looks to get his revenge and unlap himself from Creamy. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave and Dr. McShorty going at it. Separate laps apart as Dr. McShorty unlaps himself now from Fluffy Dave. Red Hornet looking to do the same eventually here. Corsac within 2 seconds. Could be too late though to make anything happen. Persian King right on the back of Creamy Johns, looks up to the inside. They're battling now. Creamy Johns will let him through. Not much happening there. Meanwhile, Dr. McShorty gets ahead of Fluffy Dave. Red Hornet gaining hard now on Fluffy Dave. Plenty of speed carrying through. And he'll back off and let them by nice and easy. No questions asked. Meanwhile, Corsac could go for a late podium lunge here, as they're on the back of Racer 3. Unfortunately, Destiel will get... Oh, Fluffy Dave gets a 3-second time penalty. Won't really change anything up too much. Corsac getting outdone by Racer 33 as Destiel will get that DRS from Racer 33. Corsac won't be able to pull in as much. Corsac been driving his heart out, trying to get that podium place back. Corsac, of course, having to pit on the very first lap due to wing damage, has done a stellar job of coming back to this race. Within 1.5 seconds now of Destiel, we'll see if he can make anything happen. He's got literally no ERS. Not sure if he can do anything, but he does get DRS here, so he'll gain a little bit more. Now within 1.2 of Destiel. Trying to save that ERS for the final back straight. Destiel awfully close now, as we see Racer 33 getting lapped here for the second time, possibly third. He'll get out the way. Now within 9/10, Corsac is 8/10. He could make some kind of move at the end here. All to play for at the podium. Meanwhile, Some Idiot has made a little bit of a comeback on Brownie, staying within 3 seconds as they come onto the back straight. But we'll follow along this battle now as Corsac is fighting for that final podium position, looking to make something happen, as he has minimal ERS to work with here, but he will get that DRS on Destiel. Destiel has plenty of ERS to work with. Hop on board with SHG Brownie, who comes up to cross the line and win the Chinese Grand Prix. Some Idiot in P2. Solid drive by him, but we'll go on board with Corsac now, who goes around the outside of Destiel. Destiel going to the inside, locking up huge there. Corsac coming back, taking the position. They're side by side now. PRS Destiel taking the inside route. We'll see who comes through round the final corner. They're side by side off the track, neck and neck. PRS Destiel. Oh, they come across the line of touch, but Corsac comes out on top. What a finish there by our podium finishers. Both their cars completely spun around, separated by milliseconds there at the very end of the race. What a finish from this 100% race. Oh my goodness gracious. You'll love to see it, folks. Meanwhile, Fluffy Dave, too far back from Creamy Johns. Dr. McShorty, too far back from Persian King. Awesome drive there from Corsac to come and nag that P3 at the final stage of this 100% race. 56 laps in. There you have it though, Creamy Johns coming up to the line after Dr. McShorty gets ahead of him on that final lap. Comes in home P5. Fluffy Dave coming home, I believe P6 unless time penalties. No, he'll take P5 back, so Fluffy Dave up in P5. Creamy Johns P6. What a race there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that podium. That third step was hard fought for, but Brownie, dominant all race, starting on pole, wins the Chinese Grand Prix here for PPR in the 100% race series. Some Idiot with a solid drive, opting for the one stop in P2. And of course, Korsak with the super dive at the end. Makes it stick. Had a lovely switchback, kept around the outside, and crossed the line ahead of Destiel. There you have it, folks. We'll see if we can possibly get these guys in a interview chat. One moment while we talk to them. See if we can get them in real quick. We'll hop in one of these rooms real quick. While we set this up. See if we can get them in here real quick. Amazing finish from these guys. So I believe they are not going to be able to make it, so we'll head out there and close off the stream. But solid race by all of our drivers. Just an amazing finish there for the podium. You love to see it after a very, very long race. Yeah, I believe that'll be it. Our drivers will not join us real quick. We'll see. Let's see if we can get them in here, perhaps. I believe we can have some idiot join us. He's our P2 finisher. We're going to get them in here for you real quick here. Meanwhile, that was just an outstanding race. I was thoroughly enjoyed that so far. I believe
Hello?
Korsak. Hello, some idiot. We're just gonna get Korsak acquainted here with the server. He joins the interview room.
Hello, Captain. Are you there?
There we go. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo.
Let me just adjust.
He can.
voices
He
real
can.
quick.
He can. He's a troll.
Awesome race, guys. That was amazing. We're going to start off with Korsak, who had an outstanding drive after pitting on the first lap, it seemed. Crazy finish there. What was going through your mind for that strategy in that end?
So I supposed to start with medium, but somehow the game kind of severe on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, somehow the game fucked me up and gave me the soft. So I have to drive through penalty for myself. And I did that, and at first I thought I wanted to do the medium soft, but in the end I don't think the soft will last that long. So, and I forgot I had soft for the first stint, so I can pit for medium again. And yeah.
That was an awesome drive, a great ending to the race as well, though. Congrats, man, on P3. Well deserved. Drove your heart out. And then we'll go up to P2. Some idiot who had a solid one-stop strategy, led quite a bit of the race there, and unfortunately couldn't hold Brownie off. How did your race go, man?
That was a fun race, man. I really enjoyed driving that. It was really fun because there was about 12 of us at a VC. That was really fun atmosphere to race in. I honestly I had fun, even though I finished P2. That was a good, fun race.
That's
Enjoyed
awesome.
doing it. Hoping we get another one next week, wherever we race. That was really good. I mean, I tried something different. I gambled, man. I know you're talking about the one-stop strategy. I gambled. I said, you know what? Throw caution to the wind. Let's see what happens. Brownie's quicker than me. Korsak got good speed. I just wanted to do something different and see if it played out. That, like I said, really fun. I didn't get P1. That's all right. That was a good race. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, you guys gave us plenty of varying strategies, and the entire race we had at least one driver within a tenth of another. So crazy excitement all around. It was awesome to see. Thanks for giving Brownie a run for his money. But Brownie, congrats on the win, man. How was that two-stop strategy? You seemed to just blow by everyone he came across.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. The strategy. Thought the softs would be worse, but they were fine. Didn't overheat.
Any doubts
was-
when you were trying to chase down some idiot at the end there, or were you pretty certain you get past him in the end?
No, I thought that there's enough laps left. Could have.
Yeah, if I might jump in, if it's all right.
Yeah,
I
of
was
course.
really hoping Brownie's tires would fade at the end. That's why I tried to go a little longer to go the hards, because I was kind of thinking, I know the hards are going to be slower, yes, but if there's a chance, maybe my tires will come back, even because they're so hard, is that they won't fall off. His tires might. Maybe I have a shot at the end. I think I got within about 3 seconds, but Brownie had a little bit left in reserve.
Yeah, you
but
definitely started to close in at the end. I was hoping the tires would drop off for the mediums on.
that's what I was
Brownie,
hoping for
but,
too, man. You should have hoped a little harder.
Yeah, I guess I didn't hope hard enough. Yeah, I saw you and Corsac both stretch super long on those mediums. I think Corsac
We were
went
thinking of both going to
35 or something,
softs.
Yeah,
We were both
36
thinking of going to
laps, I think.
softs,
yeah,
but
that's crazy.
I was really hoping to get to the softs, but the way the tires were fading, it was just, even if I'd gone to them, maybe it would have got me close, but I would have faded even like really hard at the end. That was the big drawback from going to the softs. I was debating it, surely, but just I decided against it.
Yeah. Well, solid race from all of you guys. Thank you so much for participating. Really fun to commentate, actually. Kept it nice and exciting. Congrats on the podium. Well deserved from you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
GG
thank
to
you.
everyone.
All right, guys, there you have it. Our podium finishers, ecstatic at where they ended up. Solid race all around. Everyone seemed to have fun in that VC. So if you guys are interested in joining, you can head on over to our Discord. If you type in, I believe, !Discord, we'll type it in the chat for you. You can go ahead and race in these Sunday races. We'll see if our Nightbot decides to work. But for now, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching, sticking around for this very long race. I know it's a long one, but this one was quite exciting. There we go, Nightbot. Love to see it. We'll throw up some tunes as we fade out here. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. We genuinely appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and see you next time. For all of us at PPR, stay healthy.